These people, man. What Rasul talking about? Rasul going once. Rasul going twice.
What's going on, Dr. Umar? I'm sorry, I ain't even know you was gone.
It's all right, my brother. Where you at?
I'm in Houston, Texas.
H-Town. H-Town.
Huh?
Dallas. I ain't been in Houston since 18, I think. How's it going down?
Oh, I'm all right. You know, just living life. I really didn't have nothing to say to you or nothing. I just, you know, was hitting you, seeing if you would talk back or whatever. But you know, it's always good to talk to you. I just glad I had the chance.
Well, make sure you make a donation to the school fundraiser, my brother. We trying to get the Garvey building up and running by the new year. No, I don't care if it's $1. I don't care if it's $1. Get
I don't know if you seen me, but I donate pretty regularly. So small amounts, but you know, I'm there.
Add up, brother. They add up.
Absolutely, I'm gonna continue too. I'm with you, man, because this is what we need. I just hate that you get so much hate. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but they really insignificant compared to the love, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's
people who wish they were in my position. That's all it is, brother. People who ain't got nothing going on in life, you know, nothing to do but be mad at people successful than they are. That's all it is, bro.
Oh, one question I had. If I had, like, cause I'm starting an organization and I talked to my mom about it and she said I should include my family first, but I was unsure how to talk to my family about how white supremacy affects us here in America.
Well,
because it's like,
here's the thing, white supremacy, and I'm working on chapter. I'm working on my first book was called Psychoacademicholocaust, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm working on the second edition to that book out during Kwanzaa. And one of the chapters, second edition of Psychoacademicholocaust, is the need to teach white supremacy to Black children.
Yes.
Not for accept white supremacy. Destroy.
Yeah.
And I'm working on that chapter right now. And what I talk about in that chapter, Rasul, is the fact that it is amazing that after 400 years, we still to teach Black about their greatest opposition in other words, the main thing that has destroyed African people and stopped African progress is white. But we have not taught our children yet. No Black child knows what white supremacy is, or how it was created, how it evolved, and how it is maintained. And so in this chapter, I talk about the reason, one of the reasons why, is because we're scared of white people.
Mm-hmm.
We're in love with white people. And also, we don't want to teach our children about white supremacy, Brother Ross, is because if our children learn about white supremacy, they're going to naturally want to ask us a very important question. And that question is, why haven't we done anything about it? You follow me?
Yeah.
Imagine you teach children that white supremacy created AIDS, mass incarcerated your father, homosexualized your community.
Absolutely.
Your rape, enslaved us. The thinking mind of a child is going to say, well, if white folks have done this, why do we live in their neighborhood? Why am I going to their schools? Why does your Jesus look like them? You follow me?
Yeah.
And I think there's a fear on the part of Black people that they don't want to teach our children about white supremacy, because when a child asks if that's the case, mommy, why is your hair blonde?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
why is
it's like, because whenever I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Brother Russell.
Nah, because whenever I started to, because you are the person who opened my mind to the conscious community. You know, I wasn't into the whole black thing that much until I saw your video on YouTube on Breakfast Club. And when I started studying white supremacy and the things that you spoke about, I started to see it in my family. And when I would try to go talk to my cousin, she would tell her mom, and she would get a whole bunch of pushback. And I knew I would get that with my mom, so I didn't try it. But it's so hurtful when you see the effects of white supremacy and they don't understand what is really going on. And I mean, it hurts to see that. You feel me?
Right.
It's that's why I want to continue to donate to your school, and I hope that, you know, things go great with it, and I hope, you know, we're able to grow and help everybody around the country. But
Well,
I appreciate you. Absolutely. Take care.
Hey, we'll talk soon.
Absolutely.
All right, Black. See, when we deal with this white supremacy, we got to understand that the main weapon of white supremacy is fear. The main weapon of white supremacy is fear. Okay? When the NBA athletes went on strike for about 18 hours, they jumped right off that strike because of what? Fear. Fear of losing their money. White supremacy controls everybody with fear. Okay? Everybody. I want to share something with you guys. I received a letter the day before yesterday from the Pennsylvania Attorney General's office. I received a threat. 48 hours ago, Dr. Umar Ifatunde received a verbal threat in the form of a letter from the Pennsylvania Attorney General's office. And the letter said, I cannot show you the letter, brothers and sisters, because they don't like it when I post the letter. Ifatunde versus the state of Pennsylvania is still an ongoing war. Ifatunde versus the state of Pennsylvania is still an ongoing war. I got a letter from the Attorney General's office of Pennsylvania 48 hours ago. And the letter said that we are receiving numerous complaints about you. Complaints about mismanagement of money, donations, false credentials, and bigoted commentary. Bigoted commentary. Bigoted commentary. The letter threatened that if you continue with your bigoted commentary, you may be stripped of your principal certificate and your school psychologist certificate. This is what the letter said, brothers and sisters. Ifatunde versus the state of Pennsylvania. Ifatunde versus the state of Pennsylvania. Now, today is my 19-year anniversary of being a certified school psychologist. 19 years. 19 years. And my anniversary present from the Pennsylvania Attorney General's office was a letter threatening to strip me of my Pennsylvania school principal certificate that I earned and my Pennsylvania school psychologist certificate, which I earned. So, brothers and sisters, here's the problem. Because I'm going to respond to the letter. I am going to respond to the letter. I am going to respond to the letter. I'm going to let the Attorney General know that according to the United States Constitution, I have a right to freedom of expression. I have a right to my political views. I have a right to my political opinions. And no attorney general, no president, no governor, nobody is going to tell me what I can't say and when I want to say it. Nobody. And my power to speak my mind does not come from the Pennsylvania Constitution. My power to speak my mind does not come from the United States Constitution. My power to speak my mind comes from Almighty God. And unless the Creator comes and tells me that I am not allowed to preach the good gospel of garveyism or reveal the power of panafrikanism, I will continue to speak my mind, and I would be damned if any devil is going to tell me that I'm not allowed to say what I want to say, how I want to say it, and where I want to say it, and why I want to say it, or you're going to strip me of my professional paperwork. Respect to Nick Cannon. I'm not Nick Cannon. Respect to LeBron James. I'm not LeBron James. You can take that paperwork and shove it up your ass, but Dr. Umar's tongue is not for sale. And now that you threaten to take my credentials, if I continue to wake up black people to the truth of white supremacy, I'm going to speak even harder now. I'm going to speak even stronger now. If you think the #1 black orator in the world has been undermining white supremacy for the past 19 years, you have seen nothing yet, Attorney General. You have seen nothing yet. I will say what I want to say, when I want to say it, how I want to say it, and if you want to take the paperwork, take the goddamn paperwork. All due respect, I am not no black celebrity you gonna threaten. I'm not recanting shit. I'm not apologizing for shit. I'm not taking nothing back. I am the founder of the Unapologetically African movement. I am the founder of the Unapologetically Black movement. And I'm going to be unapologetic to the day that I die. How dare you come and tell Marcus Garvey reincarnated? How dare you come and tell Frederick Douglass reincarnated? How dare you come and tell Nat Turner reincarnated that if you keep on talking the way you talk, we're going to strip you of your professional credentials? Well, y'all better get started. Y'all better get started, because let me remind you, even if you take my paperwork, I do not stop. And if you take my paperwork, I will go even stronger. So your problem does not stop, white supremacy. Your problem will just begin. Didn't Marcus Garvey go through this 100 years ago? Didn't Marcus Garvey go through this 100 years ago? If I understand my Garvey history correctly, Marcus Garvey received the same letter from the Attorney General of New York, or the District Attorney of New York City. Marcus Garvey was threatened 100 years ago the same way they're threatening Dr. Umar. And why? And why? Because my voice is the most potent, it is the most powerful, it is the most direct, it is the most honest, it is the most uncompromising voice in black consciousness in the world. In the world. Yes, I said it and I mean it. There's not another scholar or organizer in the world of my race who says it the way I say it and teach it the way I teach it. And I'm talking all 7 continents and the Caribbean. Nobody lays it down like I lay it down. Nobody puts their credentials on the line the way I do it. Nobody puts it out the way Dr. Umar puts it out. I'm just letting you all know, because I don't think that prominent activists should keep their struggles against white supremacy a secret. I don't think that prominent activists should keep their struggles against the Coon Illuminati a secret. Black people are still writing letters to the state of Pennsylvania to try to destroy my life. Jealous Negroes are still trying to shut your brother down. Now, let me explain one irony of the Attorney General's letter. Let me explain one irony of the Attorney General's letter. I was audited by the state of Pennsylvania in regard to FDMG last year, 2019. I was audited by the state of Pennsylvania. I had to send them all donation money, information, bank accounts, everything. Everything. I was already audited, and I passed it with flying colors because I am not a thief. I passed it with flying colors because I am not a thief. So can I ask you a question? If I was already audited and I passed it with flying colors last year, why am I getting a letter this year? I passed the audit last year, but I'm getting a letter this year still mentioning donations. Can somebody explain, if the state audited you and you passed it last year, why are you getting letters this year? And now they're threatening to take my credentials. Okay. Y'all brought me before the state board January of 2018, and y'all tried to lynch me in front of the state board of psychology. And instead, your ass got lynched. Y'all tried to pull a Roland Martin on my ass in Harrisburg. Y'all tried to pull a Roland Martin on my ass, and you see what you got? You got the same thing Roland Martin got. You got your ass handed to you. Roland Martin got his ass handed to him, and the Pennsylvania State Board got their ass handed to them. And now y'all pissed off because y'all can't find nothing on me. Y'all can't get nothing on me. And so now you're threatening to take my paperwork. You rotten, racist devils. You rotten, racist devils. But I can only be so angry with them because this is being done by the hands of my own people. I can only be so angry with the Attorney General of Pennsylvania because Black people, Negroes, coons, rodents, the lowest filth you can find in the Black community, are trying to destroy the number one person in this country who is helping Black parents save their children. And you know what else I find interesting, brothers and sisters? You know what else I find interesting, brothers and sisters? 1 second. 1 second. What the? 1 second, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, isn't it interesting? Brothers and sisters, isn't it interesting? Brothers and sisters, isn't it interesting that that letter from the Attorney General's office is coming to me 2 days before my 19th anniversary of being a Pennsylvania certified school psychologist. And isn't it interesting that that letter was delivered to me 1 week before the most powerful book ever written to help Black parents save their children from the special education and ADHD Holocaust is being released? Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? We ain't talking wifey resumes right now, okay? That's not important. We talking about my life, and we talking about the future of the struggle. We talking about my life, and we talking about the future of the struggle. It's consciousness over cookies, politics over punani. Sisters, you must stay focused. Brothers, you must stay focused. Consciousness over the cookies, politics over the punani. We ain't talking about that right now. That wifey stuff is not important. I don't care about that. That is irrelevant. Stay focused. We talking about my life, okay? This is my life. Isn't it ironic? Isn't it ironic? Isn't it ironic that I get this letter threatening my credentials 1 week before Black Parent Advocate, 560 pages of Black parent power, the art of war for dealing with America's public and charter schools? Isn't it ironic that they threaten to take my credentials right before I release the book of the century? Isn't it ironic? Isn't it ironic? Right before Black Parent Advocate drops in Chicago next Friday, September the 18th from 2 to 8, 1 week before my book drops, I'm getting a letter talking about we're going to snatch your principal certificate and your school psychologist certificate. Isn't that ironic, brothers and sisters? They stepping up their attacks on me because Black people are trying to destroy one of the most sincere fighters you got. And all of you are guilty, brothers and sisters. All y'all guilty. Everybody watching this live is guilty. Very few exceptions. Very few exceptions. Very few exceptions. Y'all guilty. Because y'all support the haters. Y'all watch their videos. Y'all think it's funny. Y'all entertained by my struggles and conflicts. Y'all entertained when they sabotaged my events. Y'all entertained when they took me to the Pennsylvania State Board January 2018. And then most of you didn't even come to show me no support. We had about 50 people, all the thousands of Black kids I done help y'all save. And on that day in Harrisburg, only about 50 of y'all showed up to show me any love. So I know I'm in this struggle for my own self. I know y'all not going to help me. I know y'all going to sit by and watch them do to me what they did to Malcolm and Garvey and King and Fred Hampton and Frederick Douglass. Y'all going to stand right by, grab your popcorn, and y'all going to watch another great one go down. You're going to watch another great one go down. So, brothers and sisters, that's what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with. That is what we're dealing with. With that being said, we must remain optimistic. With that being said, we must remain optimistic. And that means we must stay focused on building our schools. See, what I'm going to have to let the Attorney General of Pennsylvania know, is my school is not in Pennsylvania. My school is not incorporated in Pennsylvania. I'm going to have to let him know in my response, because I will be responding, that I do not collect donations in Pennsylvania. So if my school is not in Pennsylvania, if I don't collect donations in Pennsylvania, my school is not incorporated in Pennsylvania, it is none of your damn business. But my certifications are in Pennsylvania. My principal certification is in Pennsylvania. My principal certification is in Pennsylvania.